Hello, welcome. All right, so this is the 10th day of our 90-day challenge, the 90-day web design challenge. So you can see we actually making progress. So, excuse me. So we actually making progress. Yeah, you see. Um, it's already 10 days that we started this. Before you know it, 90 days is here, and then we will complete this challenge. So, on the 10th day, I wanted us to do something different, you know. So let's look at this ChatGPT login page. Let's see how we can replicate that. Yes, this is a very simple interface, yes, but it kind of gives us some challenges, yes. I kind of looked at the underlining animation that is there, and and also the hierarchy, how things were, the white space that are around different design elements. So that's why I choose these, and I said, okay, let's try and replicate it. Okay, so I went ahead to download this logo here, which is an SVG file. I've gone ahead to download it, and okay, this guy here is actually not a logo, not an SVG, and also not an image. It's simply a text. But looking at it, you may feel like it's an image. Okay. Then another thing is this animation here. If you look closely, you see that this particular animation, we have done something similar to this, right? When we did the workflow pricing page. Yes. But then what I'm seeing here tells me that this is multiple animated headline, not just one. Take for example here, this is one. Help me debug is one. Draft an email is two. Second slide, draft an email. Second slide. Third slide, help me pick. Help me pick is the third slide. Then um summarize this article. The fourth slide, summarize this article. Then give me ideas. This is the fifth slide. Give me ideas. Then write a thank you note. The sixth, the sixth slide, suggest fun activities. The seventh. Now, you can see this thing kind of keep on going on and on and on. So this suggests to me that this is automatically generated. So the way it functions in the back end, that is that it keeps on generating more and more stuffs. Like it doesn't, I don't think it has a like a specific number of number of slide. No, rather it keeps on generating. This is AI now. This is ChatGPT, right? So keeps on. So we are not going to go deep into the functions, but at least we'll be able to replicate the animation and also replicate the interface. So let's get to it. All right. So we need right here. What we need is we need a two column. Is it a two column? Wait, let me study this. Um, okay. Let me see the mobile view. All right. So I think we need a two column, but first of all, we need a header where we have only this, and then after that, we need a two column. So let me start with my header. Okay, so this header, I'm going to drag a heading widget and drop. Then maybe change this to heading 4, and then type chat GPT and put a dot. Yes. Now this dot is going to be made bigger. This dot should be inside a span because I'm going to make that dot bigger. All right, so I just placed the dot inside a span for now. All right, so let's start things. Let's see the styling. Okay, so from here, I have 22 pixel, and the font they are using is Sony or something, you know. So looking at this font, I think maybe Lato Lato may give us the same thing. Lato. Okay, so before adding it, I just have to let me copy this background here. Okay, just temporal, temporarily this thing. I will still remove it. So let me just paste this here. Okay, so give it some height, maybe like a 60. Make sure everything is centered. All right, then click this, find the color that is being used here. So this is the color here, so I'm going to copy it. Paste it here. Okay, so in terms of the font family, maybe Lato. If we use Lato, let's see, 22. I believe that's 22 pixel, right? So, but let me check again. Click it. So this is a 22 pixel, yes, and line height is of course 22 pixel line height as well. Whereby the font weight is 700. So let's go back. Font weight 700, line height same 22. Let's look at it. Okay, I think the latter is not working. Um, how about open source? Oh, okay. I think open source looks similar. Not really similar. Not similar. I don't know. Let's try hint Madura. Oh no, this is so different. Lara. Um, how about array? Let's try the array. Okay, I think maybe this array looks cool. No, use array. Let me try Roboto and see. Roboto opens. I think the Roboto matches it well. Roboto. How about the Grotex? No, I don't think space Grotex is going to work. Let's just stick with the Roboto, yes. So leave it at Roboto. Then now we have to go to advanced, go to custom CSS because remember we added a span to the dot. So heading, what heading are we using here? Let me check again. So heading 4. All right, so let me go back to custom CSS again. Then heading 4, span. Then we give it font size Maybe use like 100 pixel. Okay. So how about making it display like display inline block. Yeah. Maybe 120. Let's see. Yeah, 120. But then there's this space at the top, which I really don't want. So let's see if we can remove it from here. Ooh, nope, 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 nope. Okay, how about using negative margin? Yeah, okay, so minus 32, and that's it. I just removed it. Then the next thing, it needs to be closer. It needs to be closer, and I think the size is a little bit so big. So maybe 0.10 or 0.15 instead. 115. Then it needs to be closer. So margin left minus 5 pixel, to kind of bring it closer to it. I think the 5 is too much, maybe minus 3. Okay, so let's just use minus 4. Yeah, all right. So now we just replicated this thing, though not the best. I still think the Roboto is not matching. There's this font I'm trying to remember, but I don't know. Let me try the Veneto. Nope, nope, nope. I'm trying to remember this font. Montserrat. Montserrat may be too wide. Yeah, Montserrat may be too wide, which is not what we want. So, Laura, Laura. No, no, no. This is a serif font. We need a sans serif. So, Lato. Downside is that the Lato, okay, yeah. You can use, instead of 700, you can use like 800. How about Inter? You know what? Let's not think so much about this. Let's not think so much about it. We can use um we can use the Inter, maybe use the we have Open Sans Source Sans Pro. How about Source Sans Pro? Mm, Okay, so let me just use Poppins. Yeah, let me use Poppins. Then now I have to reduce this guy. Reduce it to maybe Okay, maybe reduce it to like 90. Uh, think I'm missing the point now. All right, let me just take it back. What font do we use that time? Yes, let me just take it back. Yes, then we use Roboto. So let's just leave it at Roboto, okay? I think this is something that looks closer, to the font. So let's leave it at Roboto. This minus 4. All right. Then we go into this guy. So we add a two column layout. So now I need to shift, nope, need to shift this to the other side. All right. So in this first column, let me copy this color here. This color is going to be in this first column here. Then a different color is going to be on this one, which is the second column. Oh, this is pure black. All right. So at the top, I just want to remove, yes, remove this at the top. For now, we still come back to that later. So right here on this column, I'm going to add, now remember I told you these are multiple slides, multiple animated, multiple slides that have animated headlines. Okay, so what we're going to add is a carousel. I'm going to drag this carousel and drop, and then the carousel is going to display one, display one at a time. Of course, remove any form of navigation. So remove the arrow, remove the pagination. Then inside the slide, I'm going to drop in animated headline. So align this to the left hand side. Let's just copy one. So this one says draft an email, right? Draft an email. So we can have it here, drafts an email. Then we can use rotating, and the rotating should be typing, the typing format. Okay, then in the rotating, man, it's giving us something different. That's one thing about this, like keeps on changing the whole thing. Let me copy. Let me see if I was able to copy it. Okay, I was able to copy this. All right. So suggest fun activities for a team building day with remote employees for a family of four. A family of four to do what? I think just keep it that for your family. Yeah. Then this one says, let me see, copied it. Just trying to quickly grab it. I couldn't copy this. Let's see if I'm okay for family to do in the. Let me remove this. A family. Then you know what? I don't know. Like trying to copy all this because the way it's moving before I could get it, before I could get it. Okay. Maybe let me go here and try to. Can't even see it from here. That's uh, okay. So we can just type in. Let's make up our own test. Yes. So that's what we should do. Suggest for fun activities. Okay. For suggest fun activities for a team building a day with remote employees for your family. Okay. Suggest um let's say cool game. Suggest cool games for a team building day with company staff. As it company staff. Then the other one, the third one, or we can just leave it at two, leave it at two. So in this case, we have two different stuff rotating. Okay, now let's start with styling. So I'm going to click this. Okay, so it's also not clicking. Um, okay, I think it's now clicking. All right, so here is a 40 pixel. So 40 pixel line height 48, font weight 700. Okay, let me just give it a white color now, but I know it's not white. So the size 40 changes to what we're using. I think we're using Roboto, right? And then line height of 48, font weight of 700. Okay, let me copy the real color from here. Then go back to the animated headline and paste color. Do the same for this guy here as well. Okay, so but the animated text itself have to have a different this thing. So it's still the same 40. Are you sure I selected the correct one? Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So it's still the same sizes, only the font weight changes. The font weight is 400 instead of 700. Okay, so all I have to go do is go to the animated text, the topography of it, and then change font weight to 400 instead. Line height is still the same thing. Line height is still 48. Okay, so we have this now. You can see where our colors, you can see where it stops. So this tells me that this container here, we need to make sure it's full width. Yes, so that everything will occupy the full width of the screen. Then, if you look here on this, if you look closely on this layout, you can't scroll up, you can't scroll down. Everything is just perfect. So this tells me that this guy have to be 100 VH. That is view height, 100. Then I have to center whatever is in it. But if I do it, you see what happens. So which is not what we want. So we want this to be stretched. Yes. So that means I have to go to the individual column. So go to this particular column here, go to layout, scroll down and now justify this content to the middle. Yeah. So now we have this. And go to the main container and add a padding of probably 40, 40. Oh, okay, not the best choice. Let me look at this again. Okay. Um, yeah. Clicking on the individual column, go to advanced. Maybe give it like a 40 pixel or let's see. Yeah, that's it. 40 pixel or something is telling me that their own font is kind of I don't know, smaller than our own. Seems like our own is bigger. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, seems like our own is kind of bigger. So maybe let me test out in these different fonts. Call it Hind Madura. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can use the hint. I don't know, but the hint feels doesn't feel so balanced that way. Arial makes sense. Mm, still not getting the feel. Like the feel is so different. It's not looking it's not looking as similar as the one we have there. So and this thing boils down to font. It boils down to the font you are using. Seriously. Let me type Ubuntu and see. Ubuntu. Mm-mm. Ubuntu is not okay. How about Noto Sans? Still not giving us. And I think we have to. I think probably let me test Poppins again. Okay, the poppins looks cool, but it's kind of bigger. So the final thing I'm going to do is to reduce it. Maybe use 36 instead. Use 36. Make sure here is same thing. So 36. Let's see. All right. So 36 for that. Then I'm going to go to the header. Remember our header, there's no um, background in it. And also we need to take note of this. This is the height of the header is 60 pixels. So I'm going to go back to this our container here, the hero section, or maybe this in this case, the sign up section. Then on the margin, I'm going to give it a negative 60. Make sure the Z index is set to 0. Go to the header container, advanced. Make sure the Z index is set to maybe something around 9. Okay, so here we go. We are gradually bringing it together. Then the other thing is to add a heading and two buttons here. I'm going to drag in a heading, center it, drag in a button, duplicate the button. What else do we have here? So we have the logo and this icon list. Yes, you can use icon list to achieve this. So logo and the icon list. And the way these two things are here and this guy is here. He's telling me, he kind of telling me something. Yeah, feels like he's telling me something because if we have everything to be on the same line, I think is going to work. Yeah, but let's just test it out first. Let me test it out and see. So we're going to drop an image widget. Okay, on the image widget, we're going to uh, get the logo we downloaded. Then the next thing is icon. I'm going to use an icon list. Drop the icon list. Okay. Remove the icon. It's okay. I don't need it to be here. I need it to be inside. Oops. Where is this thing going now? All right. So this says terms of use and privacy policy. Terms of use, duplicates, oops, privacy policy. Then I'm going to change the layout from this default to inline so that it will be kind of side by side, right? Then go to style, make sure I center it. You can see it's now centered. All right, then divider have to be there, to create a demarcation between the two. Now we start styling. Here, this is white, 32, um, 32 pixel, and also 32 pixel here for the line height. And then the font weight is 600. All right. Get started. Then I'm going to use a white color. Okay, so we're using, what font are we using here? Yeah, I've forgotten. We're using a Poppins here. I'm going to click this. No, not really that. Scroll down. Yeah, here's the heading. All right. Set 2. Font weight is 600. Then 32 line height as well. Now, Poppins is kind of bigger. So in this case, you can use like 24 or 26. All right. Then the buttons. Let's see what is going on in the button. So the button says this is 16 pixel, 24 pixel line height, 500 font weight. Okay, so and I can see Noto Sans here. Okay, but let's stick with our Poppins. So this says login. I'm going to type in login here. Login. So it's a small letter I. Okay, so go to style, give it a white color, then the typography, Poppins, then this is 16, font weight 500, line height, this guy 24 pixel. Then the padding. So I don't know, I can't see the padding here. Well, I can use eyes, to kind of gauge it. So the padding may be around 10 pixel at the top and bottom, and let's say 20 pixel by the two side. Yeah, of course, it doesn't look like it. We're still coming to that. Then the color. Let me grab the color. So click here and okay. So I think I'm getting the color of a hover. The hover color. That's what I'm getting. So I'm going to go to the hover, paste it. But I need this main color here. All right. So let's see if I can use the font to get it. Okay. So here we go. Here is it. All right. So we have this font. Then the next thing is I want to align it. The alignments have to be justified so that occupies everywhere. Now all I have to do, copy it, paste style in the other one. Then in the second one, it should be sign up instead. So sign up. Now our magic start happening. You have to go to that container, like the column. Go to the column, layout, and choose the direction to be row. Then scroll down to wrap and wrap it. Okay, so make sure all this, like the heading, make sure the width is full width. This one, same thing, full width. Same thing with this, full width. Okay, so we go back We go back to the content again. Then we need to center things. So align item center and also justify item center. And this guy here, I think it also need a full width. Ooh, okay. Nope, 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 nope. Doesn't need a full width. Probably just give it a custom. Um, Let me look at this again. Yeah, just give it a custom width of maybe 50%. Copy this first time here. Okay, so we need to account for the spacing in between. So 40%. Oh, no, no, what am I doing? Okay, so we don't need all this. We don't really need it. So all we have to do is just add a simple grow. So let me go and remove this custom stuff. All we need to do, add a simple grow to it. Go to this one, add grow to it as well. Yep, and that's it. Yeah. So we go back to the container again. Go to the container. So the align content center, align content space between. Now it's kind of spreading everything out. This is where I said I'm going to have a little problem because these have to be together, whereby this guy here have to be together. Okay, let me think of this. All right. So that means there have to be a two column inside it. Have to be two column inside here for this layout to actually work. You know. Okay, there's a div here, and then okay, so see how they design their own. There's a div here, and then this guy outside the div. Okay, the div. Yeah, we can still do it that way. You know. Yeah. So I will simply bring in a container, drop the container somewhere. Now I'm finding it hard to drop it. So all I have to do, click on the column again, remove it from here. Now I can drop the container where I want it to be. Where did it go? And somewhere else. Drag, drop it. Okay. So now I all I need is to copy all these guys. Copy the heading. Let's see, I'll just copy it. Come right here and paste it. Yeah. Copy this. Paste. Copy this. Paste below this. Alright, so now I have to delete this guy. Delete this guy. Also delete this guy. Okay, so now we have a, first of all, let me go back again. Let me go back to the original container. So this container here, need to remove all these guys. Okay. Remove all those stops. Even the this guy, set this to default and then remove it. So on the inner container, the container that is inside, you have to change it to be this way. Yeah. Then make it okay. Then of course, center it. It have to be centered. Then the height, maybe use V VH of let's say 70. Okay. Um, Using VH of 70, then the align content, you have to make it center so that everything will be centered. Yeah. So VH of 80 probably. Let's just keep it at 70. Yeah, 70. All right. Then um I have to go back to the main container. Okay, make sure everything is in, let's say, is it stretch? No, no, let's keep it at space between. Yeah, that's it. Space between, will it work? I don't think space between is the best choice here because I need these two things to be together. How about space around? Not space evenly. Not center. Yeah, if we center it, okay, center it is nice. Yes, center it. I think we have gotten it. The justified content have to be centered. Then you go to advanced and give it the same 40 pixel, that we did here as well. Oh, okay. So in this case, this is not actually 40 pixel, maybe around 20 pixel. But I can still do 40 at the top and bottom and 20 by the two side. Yeah, exactly. Then spacing between these two buttons is very small, maybe around 10. So I have to still on the left hand column, go back to layout, scroll down to gaps. So here on gaps, the column have to be, no, not the column, but rather the row have to be 10. Is it 10? Ooh, not really this, not really this, not really this, but rather the container that is inside. Yes. So that container, the gaps, let me set it to 20 and reduce, yeah, the column to 10. Yeah, and that's it. So the next thing is for me to style this. So let's see the size. Here's the color. I'm going to copy it. And then the font size is 12. 12 pixel font size. Line height 16. Then font weight is 400. So 12 pixel for the font size. So I'm going back here. Go to style. Scroll down to text. So on the color, I'm going to paste the color I have. Then on the topography, change it to poppings and then 12 pixel. Okay, 12 pixel of 400 font weight and 16 for the line height. Okay, then the same color, I will also apply it to the divider. So here's the divider in the icon list. Okay, so the height of that divider, need to reduce it. Maybe give it like a 50. Yes, give it like a 50%. Then go to the logo, the OpenAI logo. Change this to pixel, maybe use 100. Yeah, 100 pixel. Okay, I think our 100 is too big. Maybe 90 in this case. 90. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I think this is our test here. The 14 pixel is too much. It's bigger. No, the 12 is bigger. So maybe how about 10? Okay, the 10 now the 10 is too small, so we keep it at 11. 11 pixel instead of 12. Yeah, exactly. Okay. One more thing. One more thing. The width, the width of this column here, this um the right hand side column, the width of our own here currently is smaller than this guy. So I think what they are using here is 60/40. Well, in this case, I think what we are using is kind of 33% or something. Yeah, 33.33. So let's change it to 40. Then go back to the other column here, layout, and change this to 60. And let's see. Okay, so you see exactly. All right, so um the button here, color of the button is different. So button here, the color. Let me click inspect element and try to grab it. Where is it? Can't seem to find it. What's happening? Well, for us not to waste more time, so I think I can just use eyes to kind of gauge it. So right here, I think there was a way we grab this column. Yeah, using this. I was able to grab it. Oh no, okay, it's still the same color, the same over color. Yeah, still the same. So what I have to do, this is where it is. So give it a tint. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's looking much like it. Then the padding at the top, probably give it like 12 at the top and bottom, or maybe 14 at the top and bottom. 14, let's see. No, I think this is too much. I think that 12 makes sense. Alright, so all I have to do, copy and paste in the other one. So it looks the same. And one more thing, the border radius here is bigger, is more obvious than our own. So clicking on the button, go to the border radius. I think they're using like 5, maybe 8. I think. Yeah, around 8. They're using like 8. So I can copy and paste stuff. Okay, so now we've gotten this. Another thing is we need to look at is the spacing here. Let's wait for a longer test to show up. So you see what I mean? Yeah, you see where this for. You see where this for stops. So there's a gap. You can see there's enough gap here. Maybe probably like 60 pixel gap. You can see this is too close around here. So I need to go to the main container, the container that contains everything. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, this is it here. Okay, then go to layout, scroll down to gaps. Now in the gaps, I'm going to use like, let's try 40 first. Okay, 40, yeah. So, but when we do that, that becomes a white. Yes. So I have to go to this column here, copy this. Maybe I don't need to add any column on this column, rather add it to the general container. So go to style, paste it here. Yeah. So this is it. Okay. Um, let's save our changes. Let's save the changes and let's see. Let's actually preview it in the front end. Okay, so this is our work. Okay, so one more thing, you see, it kind of disappears. Why did it do that? Remember, this thing is a carousel, right? And we did the first slide, we did the first slide, we didn't do the other slides. So let's click on carousel, delete the other two, then duplicate this one. So set it to slide 2, slide 3. Also change the name here as well. Slide 2, slide 3. Okay. So on the slide 2, of course, we can make it different. Make sure we use a different text. So suggest activities. I'll suggest my activities. Suggest my activities. All right. Then let me see if I was able to successfully copy this. Write a thank you note to my interviewer. All right, let's just keep it at that. Okay, so the third one, maybe improve my post. That's what I saw. Third one says improve my post. Okay, so for hiring a store to see the northern lights in Norway. So that's what I saw here. To see the northern lights in Norway. To my interviewer. Okay. To my interviewer. There's something I noticed. So all this rotating text starts with a small letter here. So I need to make sure these other ones also does the same. Start with a small letter. So that's it. That's it. Maybe use Recommend cool games for the team building day. Okay. So now we have all this set up. Then I'm going to go to carousel again. Now on the carousel, the settings, the speed. I want the speed to be how do I want the speed to be? Um 500 is okay. Transition, direction shouldn't be okay. Let's leave it at the left. Um but the speed. Okay, so pause on hover. Nope. Pause on interaction. No. Infinite scroll. Yeah. Autoplay. Yup. So we have all this set. I think we already good to go. That's it. Let's view it in the front end again. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I think the timing, our timing is off. So this timing of this have to be like 15,000 instead of 5,000. All right. So let's see. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to see if we were able to get it correctly. There's still some lag. We are not able to replicate exactly the animation. So I think we are better off having it to just be not a carousel, but just having it to be a single, how do you say it, like a single headline, animated headline. So instead of carousel, we just have single animated headline. So com- so I'm going to copy this and go to carousel itself, delete. Okay, so then paste this guy here. Okay, so click save changes. All right, let's see. Okay. One more thing. Let's look at this again. Okay, it only have to start from here and not at the top. Shouldn't start at the top at all, but rather it should start. Um. Okay, so this is suggesting because this is suggesting that this guy here, the draft an email, this draft an email at the top is actually, not part of the animated. Yes, that's what he's suggesting. Okay. What happened? I actually added this, but that's not what I want. What's happening? I want it to just be a single, yes, a single listing. Copy this, paste. Yeah, no, not here. So let me delete the carousel. Yes. So inside here, I'm going to add. Okay, yeah, so now I gotten it. All right. So then the next thing is I'm going to copy this, cut it out, then get a heading, place it at the top, paste this here. Let me copy this color, copy the color from here, go back here, paste it. All right, and then I'm going to style it using the same styling from here. So this is 36 700 um font width. No, yeah, font width 700, yes. 36 700 font 8. Okay, so poppins 36 700 and line height of 48. Okay, so I need to bring this closer. So I'm going to go to the container, go to layout, scroll down and make this like 10, probably 5. Yeah, save changes. So let's preview in front end again. All right, so now, yeah, so you see, that's it. How about the speed? The speed of the animation. I think we can increase it. So click it. Um, yes, the duration is 2, so maybe make it 1500 instead. Oh, I'm making it 500 instead of 1000 this. Yeah, that's it. Now we come. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So this is it. This is how we're able to replicate this. Um, share your designs on the group, share it on the group, interact on the group. The group is not just for sharing of the 90-day challenge as well. You share your 90-day challenge and also you share anything, maybe some encounters you have when designing, share it with us. Then if you have questions, you can also share on the group as well and we can discuss about it. Okay, if you have something you found out, maybe when browsing on the internet and you were able to find out about a new tool, a new kind of design, you can just post it on the group. You never can tell. We will just I will just look at it and say, okay, let's design this. Maybe you saw a wonderful design and you interested in knowing how to, how did these people achieve this design? Post it on the group. Let's look at it and then do it together. All right. Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe as well. Make sure you subscribe. More tutorials are coming. All right. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye.